What's good, y'all? My name's Ivan,
And I'm Patrick.
and this is the Men in Motion podcast. Me and Patrick are really into like self-improvement, positive shit, like having good times. Been homies for about a year, and we got motion. So figured that, we chop it up with y'all and yeah.
Share our little lives and our journeys about what we've been through, about the money we accumulated, the experiences that we had, just the life journey that we had over the past couple years, the come up and the grind that made us the men that we are today, the men in motion that don't stop being in emotion, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And me and Patrick have like real dope conversations, like just when we're chopping it up. There's always game that he's given to me about like better ways to live and just like good positive shit. Same with me when it comes to me talking, good shit to him, like when we're just chopping it up. So we figured that there's a lot of value that we could bring just by us like, doing what we do. So hope y'all like the shit. But let's start that off with getting our posture up and shit.
But that's what I'm talking
So
about.
yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
and
That's the first step to becoming a man in motion right there. Getting the posture, giving it's the small things add up to the big things, which actually come a long way once you keep repetitively doing this shit, you know? Just like I was talking over the phone, like there's things that are unspoken behind this camera that they may not have talked about that really made us the men that we are today and have truly like improved our lives in a massive way over the past year or so. We made it and huge improvements in the past year. So did I, and so did Ivan, the man behind the camera and stuff. So it's only right for us to show our experiences and show our growth for the men that actually want to become better like we do, you know?
facts. Yeah, this shit's like, a lifelong journey of just, self-improvement and living good. And we're really about that shit, and we also like aren't just like we like having good times too. We like going out. We
Thanks.
like, having fun and shit. So we're not just trying to say, go monk mode all the time or some shit like
Yeah,
that. Everyone's got their own way of doing things. We got our own philosophy on things and yeah, but I got
for
some,
sure.
this is like it's called Life Refreshed Real Cocoa Organic Coconut Water.
Here we
I
go.
haven't
Very
had
high quality.
fucking
Very high
yeah, you
quality.
like this shit?
Yes, dude. I love coconut water. That shit is fucking amazing, dude. It's good electrolytes, natural stuff like that. It's honestly great for the body, dude. Great for the fucking
Yeah,
body
bro.
for sure.
I was low key worried. I didn't think this shit would be good. I've had like
No, or
some
coconut water
some
is
made
extremely good
coconut
for you,
water
bro.
back in the day.
Yep, coconut water is extremely good for you, bro. Only thing you should be drinking, coconut water, water, coffee, and obviously alcohol. You know, can't
Yeah,
forget about
yeah, yeah.
alcohol. What's
And
one reasonable amount of time though? Reasonable amount of time. Nothing overboard stuff. Everything in moderation, though. Because like you said, we just like to have fun. We just like to do our thing and just enjoy life to its fullest after becoming the men that we are today. But like we didn't put all this work not to have a little bit of fun on occasion. You know what I'm saying?
facts, big facts. Yeah, and especially like with going out and shit, just like having some electrolytes on hand
Oh yeah.
afterwards, or to like start your day. That's been something that I've been doing recently. I've been having electrolytes in the morning, and I just got so much energy. I was talking to Patrick about this like this week, all off the pod and shit about just how different I feel in the morning, like being hydrated. And when you're properly hydrated consistently, it boosts the collagen production in your skin, which gives you a real attractive glow that makes you more attractive. So if you're looking, at just being better looking, I'm like an image coach, so I do specialize in that. You're able to get those benefits from being more hydrated. And then by improving your mood and just feeling better, being more hydrated, your vibe is better. So like the type of shit that you attract is gonna be funner, better, and like you're just gonna be more of like a walking good time. Me and Patrick both are like that. Like we
That's what I'm saying.
we are just, on that shit, real positive dudes. We
Yep.
only like having good times.
Exactly.
There
No
and
negative
even if
vibes. Never.
yeah, never. And I feel like even like there's times where we've chilled where it's like, it might have been like a rainy day or some shit. We still
True.
like vibed out and had a really dope time,
Exactly.
and like,
We don't let
yeah,
outside events affect that what me and you got going on, or like any other people that are around us, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
We want to be the person that we could go to, a person could go to for us. Hey, if I talk to this person, this guy gave me good information, good time, good energy. We want to be like that sunshine of rain, sunshine and light of rain. That hey, if I go to this guy could actually boost my mood, light up my day, or give me some valuable information that I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why we
yeah,
resonate so well together because
Mm.
We're just like both a ray in the sunshine, you know. That's just how we became just good homies after just a year, you know what I'm saying? Good mindset, good energy, very similar mindset when it comes to, you know, diet, fitness, fashion, finances, and even women sometimes, you know, we have a fair share and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, that's super fast. You said that shit really well, and it almost sounds like hella cliche, like with it's, like a ray in the sunshine and shit. But like, I mean, people really, I feel like could benefit on like having like a, more of a positive influence, more of like,
exactly.
taking good risks, believing in yourself, all that shit. And me and Patrick are really about that, y'all. So yeah, what you been eating today? What's your fuel been?
Me,
Hmm.
honestly, very clean today. So far, ground beef, rice, a little bit of honey, kiwis, blueberries, and I had what else did I have? I had some rice cakes for dessert. So
Fire. Yeah, you said some rice cakes?
yeah, chocolate rice cakes, you know. Gotta get some
Word
carbs.
up. Yeah, yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I had Patrick actually put me on to dates recently, like organic dates and shit. So I got some organic pitted medjool dates from Amazon. They're like it was like a pound of dates or some shit, and
Salad,
it's
really.
really good to like break the fast, I think you were
Yep.
telling me about,
Yep.
right?
So like basically what happens when you break your fast, your blood sugar actually spikes. So that's why you sometimes can crash after you eat your first meal. And what dates actually do is instead of boosting up, I mean spiking your blood sugar levels high, they actually slowly increase so you don't crash and you don't feel lethargic and have a lot of brain fog after your first meal and stuff. That's why I'm eating one date a day. That sounds very cliche and corny, but I mean I have with just one day to day before I break my fast, so I don't have any brain fog. I'm sharp-minded. I'm not lazy and lethargic, so I get more work done, um, more work done, and just feel better, look better, and just perform better. You know?
Yeah, no, big facts. I've been feeling just like better because dates are so filling too that like you literally get full off of two or three or some shit. It helps take a little bit of that meal that might have gotten taken up by like some like mid chips or some shit, But
Oh,
speaking of
facts.
chips, after the organic, pitted dates and shit, I had some like sweet potato non-GMO chips that I just got from Aldi today. And
Okay.
that shit is so fucking good. It's got hella sea salt. Give me those electrolytes.
Yep.
Even though I already had my electrolytes this morning, me and Patrick be working. So like,
Oh
we
yeah,
we need, to replenish these electrolytes. We actually,
for sure.
grinding and shit regularly. Like a lot of y'all who are watching this and interested are probably doing as well, or probably thinking about. The
Exactly.
whole it's really interesting, the whole concept of like how we've been taught to consume sodium. Like
Yeah.
we're actually supposed to have like 2 to 3 times the what I don't know what the name of the amount is that the government like recommends. We're supposed to have 2 to 3 times that
Yeah.
amount as like a healthy active male.
That's
So,
because the government actually wants you a little bit of a weaker, they want you a weaker, more gullible person so you can actually ingest and make yourself weaker. It's actually the government tells you to avoid red meat, salt, and stuff like that, but those two things actually will help you boost your testosterone, make your mood improve better, and make your brain fog go away. It actually improves whatever the government tells you to do. Low can do the opposite. They tell you not to eat eggs a day, eat eggs, red meat, and salt. Those have literally transformed my body drastically over the past 6 to 8 months. I'm not gonna lie. That's really helped me lose body fat, gain a little bit of muscle, just overall tone of my body way more than what I used to not do that and stuff.
yeah, yeah, I don't really believe in like the government like nutrition recommendations
Yeah,
or
I don't either.
anyone who like I just like looking at my studies, seeing like where this proof is from and why should I believe in this shit? I like doing my own research and figuring it out. Patrick's kind of helped me speed up that research process when it comes to foods that boost your test and shit like that. So like I've been eating honey butter for a while, but I wasn't having it like as regular. and then
Hmm.
learning how good like some good butter and some good honey can be and
Yep.
is
Exactly.
for
Dip.
boosting your tests and consuming that regularly with that
Yep.
balanced diet, like everything in moderation, like we were talking
Everything.
about. It's just it's a whole lot of good shit going on, you know, so
Tip
that's
top
what
for
it is.
sure. Tip top for sure. I agree.
Mhm. Yeah, most definitely. I after the fucking after the sweet potato chips, I think that I had fuck I'm blanking right now.
It's all good.
I
Don't
think
worry.
I think yeah, I don't know what I had. It was some
Just some
some
healthy
good
shit.
though.
Some healthy
Yeah,
shit that actually
definitely
boosts the
definitely some
testosterone.
healthy shit. Can't believe I forgot that first pop, but yeah, it was some healthy shit for sure. But I did a grocery haul today and I got some feta cheese, really good for the gut. I
Yep.
got some kombucha, real good for the
Okay.
gut. I got my avocado cups that just keep for weeks. They're these cups from Aldi where they have like their little avocado cups that are sealed. They have the
Yep. I know exactly what
spicy
you're
and
talking
like the
about.
regular. Yeah, you've seen me eat them and
Yeah.
shit before. It's
Yep.
just so nice to not have to worry about avocados going bad.
True.
So I really like having those, and then I'll just do that with my chicken and rice, everything nice, feeling good, all that shit, man.
Just like that, bro.
But yeah.
Just like that. Great to hear. Diet's on check. Everything else checks out, dude. You know.
Yeah. So, and then one thing that I wanted to, discuss besides the skincare or not the skincare, that's something that we'll definitely get into, sometime.
Yeah,
But
we have a lot of
bes
topics to get into. I have a lot of topics to get into for these men, you know?
hell yeah. But besides um, what was I talking about earlier, Patrick? There was some shit beneficial. I don't even remember. It
Dude,
was.
I don't know. We've been talking about diet for like maybe skincare.
Yeah. It was the hydration and shit.
Oh yeah,
So,
electrolytes hydration. Oh my God, that is essential, dude. That is absolutely essential for everything. Brain fog, the way your body feels, the way your body metabolizes itself. Hydration is absolutely crucial. So I'm a little bit
facts.
cheapskate. So I use a little bit of salt in the morning for electrolytes because your body obviously dehydrates when you sleep and stuff. So you can either do what I was doing, electrolytes in the morning. What did you say you do?
Uh, I use like a different electrolyte solution. We'll see if they want to sponsor the pod and shit.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I like, we'll see. But like me and Patrick aren't really doing this shit for sponsorships though. We just like
Yeah,
chopping it up and talking our
facts.
shit. But I mean, we would definitely take on an electrolyte sponsor if they have
Okay.
really good ingredients
True,
like the
exactly.
shit that I would have to recommend. And
Exactly.
he
Like
would,
we're not
we're
sponsoring
not
no like no fuck
yeah,
shit
we're
ass.
not putting no boo boo
Yes.
mid shit on here.
Yeah.
If there's some that's going on this pod, it's some that we are like proud to use ourselves,
Facts.
like
That's what I'm
off
saying.
camera, So
With that said, Ivan, beef tallow, bro. Beef tallow has changed my life, bro. Beef tallow is amazing, dude. I love that thing. That thing. Honestly, I've been starting to cook with it and using it on my face. And my skin has never been better, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Beef tallow is one of the most natural fats that you could have, and it honestly boosts everything. The way your skin glows. Um, it's a healthy fat made from beef themselves. So
Mhm.
beef and butter is just things that you need, you know?
Yeah, no, that's facts. I'm gonna be trying that out. Right now, I've just been using the same skincare for a while, and it's been working and shit. But I feel like it's really because of me being like so active consistently. 'Cause if I
Mm,
wasn't so active consistently, I wouldn't be like I don't think I'd be sweating out the toxins and
yeah.
everything, just shit from, I eat breakfast sandwiches at work a lot and they are like Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches. So it's not the best, but it does help me with my budgeting. So it's kind of like the thing that I do as like an easy cheat meal to start the week eating
Mhm.
that. But I'm gonna be making my own breakfast sandwiches, good, healthy, organic shit. Because I definitely wouldn't recommend eating Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwiches or anything that's like processed or with the preservatives like that. But we do have times where we cannot, stay 1,000% on our game. And if
Yeah.
there's some where I feel like if it's a breakfast thing, if it has to do with you getting your fuel or not in the morning, then
True.
getting your fuel is obviously better than getting no fuel. But,
Obviously.
stepping up and having a really healthy alternative is some that I've done in the past, and I honestly want to. improve on. So glad that that I'm putting this out there
Oh yeah,
and
for
that I'm gonna
sure.
be making that happen. I
Yeah.
just basically did that by saying that shit on here. So I'm gonna be definitely doing a video on like really healthy alternative breakfast sandwiches to a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. So
Yeah, it's
hope y'all enjoy that.
definitely make
That
that
shit'll
shit.
definitely be out in the next few months. I'll be practicing that well before then, but we'll see.
Love you.
We'll see when it comes out, not if I'll do that shit, but
It's definitely possible, bro. The Jimmy Dean alternative to a healthy way that's actually healthy for you is definitely a very doable task that even Ivan can do, bro. Even Ivan, even big guy can do. So that's definitely I'll be looking for that to myself. So glad to hear that you're doing alternatives to Jimmy Dean is
yeah.
like the frozen sandwiches, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those frozen, they got like a breakfast bowl and shit too. It's like I looked in it, just the oils. They got like soybean oil, canola oil, all that mad shit in there.
All the
But
Cheetos, huh?
yeah, it's not good. But I mean, yeah, yeah.
Not the most
It's
ideal,
kind of
you
it's
know.
kind of interesting because that literally is like the only time like ever that I eat unhealthy. I always am like
Kind
meal
of stuff.
prepping my shit and I eat real simple. I just have
Yeah.
my chicken, rice, avocado, sweet potato, couscous maybe, some sauces. I'll, have my other veggies like broccoli and different stuff like that, roasted peppers, jalapenos. But yeah, that breakfast sandwich shit is some shit that I need to improve on. And it's basically the only part of my wellness besides me improving my sleep that I feel the need to improve on recently.
Yeah.
But with my budgeting and stuff, like I'm working on saving up money for like specific goals that I have.
Hmm.
So you got to take one thing to, give to the other. Like we got
Facts.
to take our bread from Taco Bell to put it into fucking
Maybe your
Hy-Vee
own,
or
yeah, maybe your
yeah, eat
own
healthy.
ground beef tacos you could do. Maybe get some organic tortillas,
Hmm
some grass-fed ground beef,
hmm
lettuce, sour cream, maybe make that your own Taco Bell. I mean, yeah, your own Taco Bell. Less ingredients, healthier for you, more anabolic, bigger muscles, bigger biceps, more bitches, you know? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, you know?
Facts, facts. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I fucking I feel like the whole like you can go down such a big rabbit hole with eating healthy and just focusing on trying to eat whole foods and
Yeah.
finding some shit that you like, some recipe online. There's thousands of different
Oh
recipes
yeah,
of gas shit
100%.
you can find
100%.
online that are gonna help. You know, you- they could be a version that you might not like that much, but then you could just put it into ChatGPT and tell it what you kind of are more into when it comes to like your eating habits and what you feel like you would enjoy more, what you wish was different, and then they could give you a different version. You could ask it about some that isn't necessarily got those ingredients that are really going to boost your test and really help you get that fuel that's going to help you have a more successful day and night. But if you ask ChatGPT to give you that alternative, it'll give you it, and then you just
Oh, exactly.
do your thing.
ChatGPT is definitely a great tool for you guys to use when it comes to almost anything. You can ask that thing anything, it will give you a very reasonable and very realistic response on literally anything that you give it. So ChatGPT is definitely a huge, massive tool that has been introduced to the public that's been absolutely free and definitely a tool that everyone should be using because that thing is something special to say the least, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. And also just kind of describing your lifestyle with it, like what you do day to day, different habits that you have. You can really make sure that the response that you're getting is like curated to you and to
No,
what you're
exactly.
on
That's what I'm
and
saying.
the type of lifestyle you want to live, the type of lifestyle that you're living right now. And you can, just you can be more realistic with you accomplishing these goals by doing that. If you don't have enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do, some shit's gonna have to go on the back burner. But as long as you do what you can do, then you're fucking golden. You're
Exactly.
living good. So
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Exactly.
This coconut water is fucking gas, bro. I
What
have
is
not
that,
had
bro?
good
What
coconut
kind of
water
brand
in
is
a
it?
long fucking time.
Put
You
it to
said
the
what?
camera. Let me see it. Let me see the coconut water you're sipping on. Oh, word, I've not seen. Oh, that was okay. Fuck yeah, dude. I've
Yeah,
only seen
it's
like I think it's called like Vita coconut water. It's like the blue one that I don't know what it's
yeah.
called. The blue one, but that shit looks fucking
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if I really like that shit as much. Like, but I haven't
really.
had it in a while. So it might be gas. I don't know. It's been a minute. But
Yeah.
I don't like most kombucha either. I
That's just like
yeah,
the taste. I mean, the benefits outweigh the taste, bro. To be honest with you, dude. Like
facts, yeah.
sometimes,
But you can get some good tasting kombucha though, like
true. That is
some
definitely true. Yeah, that is definitely true. But I would say if the benefits outweigh the taste, I'm definitely drinking or eating that shit, bro. That's just me personally, though. If the benefits improve skin, gut, boost testosterone, do all this good shit. If it tastes a little bit bad, fuck it, dude. It's giving me so much fun. Usually, I'm not gonna lie, Ivan, the things that hurt the most and aren't the most pleasurable give you the most pleasure later on in life. But the things that give you the most pleasure right now give you the most pain later on in life, bro. That's just how life works, bro. That's how life
facts.
works.
Big facts, big facts. These sacrifices that we make on a daily basis to live good, it's like real and it
Oh,
is
exactly,
discipline
bro.
and it is so rewarding. If I wasn't in the gym on my image, pushing myself to be around more like-minded people like yourself, um, and working out me, I've like transformed my mindset into like, being really positive and shit
Yeah,
and looking at things completely cup half full because the cup is half, in my opinion, like the cup's half full and shit. Like people could look at it like cup half full, cup half empty, but it's the same situation. It just depends on how you look at it. So, there's a lot of potential that we all have, and we can. Oh, dang.
mine was glitching out, but that shit went back to
Yeah, I'm
normal.
checking. Oh, yeah, it came. It that's fucking mid, bro. I need to disconnect from that. I had like my own. Oh shit, did my phone die? Oh, my phone died. So, yo, Patrick, my phone died.
No
Um,
way, dude.
yeah, that's crazy.
Fuck.
It was yeah. I charged it before too. It's
Damn.
that's mid.
Bueno, bueno. You're fucking getting into some real spill too. We're just talking about
I
like
know, bro.
mindset and environment, dude. That's a huge thing we should talk about.
Yeah, we can like we can just keep this rolling. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
word.
So
Get back.
yeah. But yeah, so changing your mindset and stuff, like cup half full type shit like I was talking about, it is the most rewarding thing that's ever happened to me by far is me working on, myself and my mindset and the intention that I have with activities that I'd like to do and activities that I don't like to do, but I feel the need to do to become more of who I want to be. So I'm really into just like believing in myself because there was time when I first came to ISU in the spring of 2020, I fucking did not believe in myself for real. I was not like really like, social and shit. I was not outgoing.
That's how it
I
is too, bro. What do you
wasn't
mean
like
you? Hmm.
yeah, there was a bunch of improvements that I made, in the meantime, but someone told me like I asked them, for some help or whatever, and they were just basically saying like believe in yourself. And that really hit because I honestly didn't really know like what the fuck that should even mean. Like how I was just like, bro, like what do you mean like believe in yourself?
Yeah,
Like, and now after just looking into that more and practicing that more and me believing in myself more through just consistently like doing the shit that it
needs to be
takes to
done.
become that person by having the guidance of things on things that have been like different books that have been put out,
Yeah,
different,
books,
people who talk
people.
their shit.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
they've
saying.
helped me realize that I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, but most importantly that like I should do whatever the fuck I want to do because we only have this short period of time,
Yeah,
especially
life,
if we're in
bro.
college. We only have this short period of time in college to like really max this shit out. Everyone's, they I watched American Pie a lot growing up, so when I came to ISU, I really thought that this was going to be like like lit as shit. I thought that I was
Yeah,
gonna be
honestly, that's
just
that's what the
like,
movie seemed like. That's what the movie seemed like. But honestly, it's
mhm,
not all his movies are like. I mean, college is still a fun time, but as long as you meet the right people at the right time, if you know people that support you, look out for you, then you'll have a fun time and stuff. But if you don't, it will not be as enjoyable as if you actually meet the right people and stuff and you have the right environment. So honestly,
yeah,
that comes down to
and
mindset, bro. Like you said. You have to, in my opinion, I think the vibration that you vibrate on is essential, dude. Like you only attract people that are like-minded, bro. If you have good, positive energy, you will somehow get into rooms, get into situations that have the same people as you, bro. And that's how it happened with you, bro. With you, Ivan. Literally, I was friends with Elliot, and then look at this. Now, literally, the plan was for me and Ivan to go out one time and probably just like leave it at that, dude. You know this shit. You know this shit too, dude. Literally, Elliot, one of our mutual friends, this is how we met. Literally, our mutual
yeah,
friend
shout out to
texted me.
Elliot.
What?
I said just shout out to Elliot.
Yeah, shout out to Elliot, bro. That guy's a fucking
Yeah.
dog too, bro. Yeah, literally, Elliot was like, "Yo, we're gonna go out with this guy named Ivan." I was like, "All right, bro, sounds good." And then, bro, Ivan literally told me like a couple weeks later, like, "Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I this just still cracks me up, dude. I'm sorry, but I
Very
was like,
good.
"Yo, I'm not gonna lie." I thought like you're one of those people that I would just see one time, like never talk to you again, type shit, and then look where you are now, bro. So it's honestly beautiful that it's because,
Fuck, dude.
bro, like we're
Oh
just
my God.
like-minded people, bro. Like dead ass, bro. I remember you telling me that shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I totally respect that, the honesty and stuff, and I totally see why you said what you said. Cause like, dude, it
Yeah.
also makes sense to why you thought that, hey, this random ass guy that we went out with that's friends with Elliot. It's just a
Hmm.
it's a random ass fucking guy that probably doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in life. Probably is just a random that in ISU that fucking just maybe likes to go out, you know?
Nah, yeah, yeah. I mean, like. How you were talking about the mindset though, it like goes back to
Yeah,
that. You just already were like working and like,
yeah, facts.
you've done so much self-improvement and you built yourself up so much. So like, great, like people we just clicked like that.
That's
It's
what I'm
just
saying.
like
Like
what
the
we're on.
first,
It
second night,
it
dude.
doesn't make sense for us to not, be doing this pod, for us not to be chilling, for us not to be just like doing what we do
Oh,
because
facts.
like
That's
we
what I'm
can do
saying,
more
bro.
together. So and
Exactly.
it's just there's like so much dope shit that you've taught me, and there's hopefully some dope
Yeah,
shit that I've
likewise.
helped you
100%.
learn as
100%
well.
likewise.
And yeah, it's it's dope. It's super
Definitely
dope. And
was.
I'm
That just goes to show, bro. Like literally, me and Ivan became good friends in such a short amount of time, bro, because we have similar mindsets and we vibrate at the same type of energy, guys. Like literally, I, like I knew this guy for maybe 3 or 4 days, and I could already tell, like, hey, this guy's cool as fuck. This guy's on his shit. This guy's actually knows what he's talking about, and this guy is fucking just a dope ass fucking guy, bro. Like to say the least, bro. Literally, I had a fucking great time going out with you. Literally the first and second time we went out together. So it was truly a fucking honor to and a blessing to.
oh shit, bro. Don't gas me up like that, bro. Bro,
I'm just I'm
I
just speaking the
appreciate you
truth,
saying
bro.
that shit so much. It's very kind for you to say that shit.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're just like men in motion, bro. Like
That's
we
what
be
I'm
really
saying, bro.
on our shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just we be really on our shit and we just have like a natural drive to grow and shit.
No,
And
100%.
for you to talk about me like that, that's very kind. I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
bro.
And like it's the same fucking like I feel the same way about how when we met and we initially vibed, it's just bro's like he's really like he's not just like talking about his goals. He's not just talking about the gym. He's not just talking about his appearance, his cut, just like, doing his thing. Like he actually
Yeah.
does his thing. So like
Yeah, I'm,
it's
I'm not, I'm
just
not just all talk, you know. I'm literally, I walk that talk. You feel something like that.
exactly, yeah. And it's tough to like it's not necessarily like just easy as fuck to just talk about your goals and not doing because you have to deal with at the end of the day not doing my skincare, not doing my whitening strips, not going to that club to, make some new friends,
Yeah,
not saying hi to that person, which seemed kind of chill, and maybe we would have vibed. Now we
same.
never know because that opportunity passed. It's gone, So
Exactly.
I feel very like people who still aren't doing the work on their goals, like the effort that you are putting into thinking about doing that shit is way harder and like way shittier than it would do to do that shitty task or that task that you're like avoiding.
No,
And
exactly. I
it's
agree.
it's I feel like important to recognize that because the people who the bros who may not have put in this work yet to themselves or have that self-belief,
They don't
we
understand, bro.
were exactly in that
Actually,
same position.
I agree. I 100% agree. Literally, three, I'm 22. Bro, like 2 or 3 years ago, I am not the same person at all that I am today, bro. And that came through
Yeah, bro.
trials, tribulations, heartbreak, fucking
Mhm,
pain, suffering, all the bad shit, all the bad shit that you need as a man, literally
mhm,
is actually the good things that you need. It makes you, it molds you to be the man that you were destined to be, bro.
mhm.
All the pain, all the suffering that you went through, maybe that was actually a good thing from God in the universe saying that, hey, you yourself need to get your shit together because this pain right here should teach you a fucking lesson to improve your life, bro. So
Yeah, bro.
that's just what
And
I think, dude. That's what
and
I
it's
think.
like, I don't know about you, but I've never gotten better from like being comfy as fuck in
No,
any
that's what I'm saying.
situation.
I agree, bro.
But
I 100%
but like
agree.
but
I
I really
totally
like
agree.
after working on ourselves for so much that we're so comfortable in situations that at one point were so like that we
Uncomfortable.
were not as comfortable and to
I
say the
agree.
absolute least, you know what I mean?
I agree. So
So
literally, I think we're at the point now where pain is just another thing to us, bro. We're just kind of used to the pain now. It's just like, hey, I've been there, done that. So it's honestly like, what's to me now, bro? I've been through this pain before. It's nothing new to me. I'm a soldier, bro. I'm a trooper.
yeah.
Pain is my friend now. Pain is my friend.
Yeah,
It only makes you stronger and better, bro. Only makes the mind sharper, the body
mhm,
sharper, the fucking it just improves everything in your life, bro.
yeah, definitely. And like you can, I feel like for me, it's more easy now because I've translated so much, different situations that could have been perceived negative into positive, and even situations that I perceived negative back in the day to
Mhm.
being positive. But speaking of pain, you just got like a big
Yeah.
ass tat,
Dude,
right?
fuck, bro. 9 hours, bro. 9 hours of that.
Holy shit.
This shit was so bad, bro. My arse was shitting on me, bro. My arse was fucking frying me the whole time. He was calling me a fucking baby. He was calling my cry baby. He was making the same with disappointment and stuff. Because I initially got this one, like a month ago, and this was like
Yeah,
not bad. My arse was like, you know what, you're a gangster. You fucking got this shit. And I went to this one. Oh fuck, no, boys, absolutely not, bro. That shit was honestly one of the worst pain of my life, especially the elbow right here.
yeah, I've heard
Nah,
about that
bro.
shit, bro.
I almost shed a tear. I almost shed a fucking tear, bro. And that's when my arse
Yeah,
would
bro.
really shit on me for actually crying and stuff. But luckily, I didn't cry. Um, only thing I need to get done now is this little gap right here, fellas. And then I gotta do the white ink on this. But for majority, I would say 95% of this is done. I probably got an hour left on this, and then probably like an hour or two on this little gap.
Yeah,
And after
it
that, bro,
came out so good, bro.
I'm done with getting tattoos, bro. Fuck that, dude. I'll get the outer forearm again. I'll get this outer piece on my shoulder again.
Uh-huh.
My inner forearm, I'm okay, bro. I'm okay for now till next year, bro. Straight on that, bro. I'm glad
Yeah.
this is done over with, bro. Cause, dude, honestly, genuinely, that was not fun, bro. None of that was fun at all. Maybe the first hour to 30 minutes was bearable, reasonable, but after that, it was. I don't know why, bro. After getting my outer forearm done, I mean my outer shoulder done, I was like, all right,
Uh-huh.
the outer forearm can't be that bad. It might hurt a little bit more.
Mhm.
Fuck, bro. I was mistaken heavily. I was mistaken heavily.
Ah, dude.
Motherfucker.
That's not how tattooers like talk about tattoos either. They're not like, oh, the outer forearm really fucking sucks. You know
No,
what I mean? Like,
I'll be honest,
but
bro.
it
I'm
looked
not
like he
thinking of
really
truth.
it looked like he really like got that black all the way in there, bro. That
Bro,
hit like the beard and yeah.
Like, dude, it's fucking in there. That's just all
And
on my
then
fucking forearm.
it went right there too on like that
Yeah, dude.
soft spot, you know, kind of tall part of
Look at
like the
that.
forearm and shit. Yeah, that's dope. Me and Patrick have kind of like a different style of traditional tattoos too. He likes like what's that style called?
It's like realism. Realism.
Yeah,
Yeah.
realism. It's like black and gray realism, right?
Yeah, black and gray. Literally black and gray realism, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have any tats, you know, right now, but I've been like waiting to get tatted for a year, you know, figuring out what I like, figuring out who I want to get tatted by. And there's a dude who's got a tattoo shop in Sayulita, Mexico, and so I'm gonna be flying to I've been up in my Spanish game, so I think I'm gonna say this shit perfectly, bro.
There you go,
Puerto
bro.
Vallarta. So I'm gonna be
Where's
flying
that?
over there and then taking a bus, I think, from that city to Sayulita and then getting a hotel there for like
But
2 to 4 days
yeah.
just to like stay in like a super clean, just pimped out place and get a tattoo. I don't want to say out on the pod what I'm thinking of getting because it might change, but fuck it. I've been thinking of getting like a traditional panther, just like an American style panther. All the tattoos that I want to get are traditional because I kind of want to get that shit that stayed on, you know, sailors and people in the sun and shit that just has lasted like decades and decades and decades. And it's more like it might not look as ill in that like you know in that moment but in 20 years like you're still able to you know tell what it is like but the way that Patrick got his black and gray realism done like I'm sure y'all will see this shit eventually but just like the eyes and like the nose and the different stuff about the Jesus was done really well. It's like a lot of contrast to
Oh
where you
yeah.
can see the facial features and I do think that that shit's gonna last over time like really well.
I agree, dude.
You know,
Plus,
time only
honestly,
tells, just like with all tats and all
yeah.
artists, but it's not like you got some really light color realism
Oh
line
yeah.
work or some shit.
Yeah.
So
And the thing is, bro, my fucking artist has been tattooing for 19 years, Ivan. Almost 20
mhm,
years, bro. So this guy knows what I mean, I trust him that he knows what he's doing, bro. He's been tattooing for over 19 years. That's almost how long as I've been alive, bro. So this guy probably went through all the mistakes, all the trials, tribulations, all the negative stuff, and now he's learned so much over the years and stuff. So I think he
yeah,
now knows exactly what to do and what not to do. That's why he gave me a fucking dope ass piece that looks absolutely
yeah,
unreal,
bro.
guys. That looks fucking unreal.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is, bro, it's not as detailed as it's supposed to be yet. The white ink is gonna make it look 10 times better. It's gonna make it look. It's gonna pop. It's gonna make it look pop. It's gonna fuck. It's gonna make it pop 10 times more. Fuck, I can't even
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
talk, dude.
No,
But
it'll be dope. I'm really looking forward to like seeing that finished product and shit.
I
Our
agree,
homie
dude.
Elliot got like a Jesus piece, chest piece, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. And
that guy's
it came out
that guy's
dope.
a fucking trooper for getting his chest done. For the first one too. I'm okay, dude. That chest fucking
Yeah.
quality sucks, bro. That chest piece, I know it sucked. Actually, luckily, I talked to Elliot like a week ago, and he said his worst part was the chest. He said the outer form wasn't bad, the inner form wasn't that bad, but the chest, he said that shit low-key hurt. And if
Mhm.
Elliot said that shit low-key hurt and the form wasn't that bad, I know that shit fucking hurts, Ivan. I know that shit
Well,
hurts.
everyone like I don't think that you got like a low pain tolerance, but everyone's body's just like they react differently with tattoos. You know, it's not it's everyone's like it's the artist and how they like do it like makes the
Yeah.
difference. Our like genetics and how like our skin is able to hold ink and all that shit is different. Like someone who's got the same exact skin color, the same exact tattoo, like it could they could have such a like harder time getting that tattoo than the other person just because of like how the artist like does their thing.
No, fact, exactly.
And just because of like their pain tolerance that they were born with. I'm blessed to like from what I haven't got tatted yet, but when my I broke my leg, so this is actually a funny story that I think y'all might appreciate as well. And I don't know if I've told you this before, Patrick, but when I was in like seventh grade, I learned how to power slide with my longboard, and so I would go fast and you know like power slide
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
like drift and
And
shit. Not drift, but like something like that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I would like yeah, so the day that I learned how to do that, there was a girl who I was talking to from like my social studies class, and I was just like, "Hey, like you want to go get frozen yogurt?" You know, we were in like seventh grade, you know, so it was like a date and shit. So we
Word,
went and
fuck
got
yeah.
frozen
You guys
yogurt
getting
and
active at a young age.
you said what?
My cat's getting active at a young age. At seventh grade, bro, I was fucking still talking with him. I wasn't even what I wasn't even asking women on dates at seventh grade, bro. So you were a step ahead of me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Shit, maybe yeah,
No,
but
you were.
like
I was definitely not asking girls on dates in seventh fucking grade, dude. Definitely not.
shit. Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah, yeah. That I was for sure. Yeah. I
Great story, bro.
yeah,
Well, cut the long
I've
story
been
short.
like dating since I was like uh I mean, my first kiss was at nap time in kindergarten. So like
Fuck,
yeah.
I
So
I
like
can't remember kindergarten for me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember I
yeah.
mean, I remember my first kiss that I remember, but my
Yeah.
first kiss, like kindergarten, preschool, couldn't fucking tell you, bro. Couldn't remember, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like a trip because or it's not a trip, it's just unfortunate. She had like stank breath. That's like what I remember. That's how I
Dude,
remember that kiss. Her
how
breath
the
was like
fuck did
so
you never?
stank. And I'm
How the
not like it's I feel bad because it's like there's there's if y'all have stank breath, just use mouthwash. It's and have good oral hygiene. But she was like, I mean, we were like in kindergarten, so I don't
question,
really
Ivan?
think that's her fault. It's like, you know, we're in kindergarten. It's fuck, dude.
Bro, Ivan, first of all, how in the fuck do you remember how her breast stank in kindergarten, bro? That was over 20 years ago, Ivan.
Bro,
20
I
years
know.
ago, and you still remember how her breast smells, bro. That is,
Yeah.
I mean, with all of that, with
Hey,
all the
hey,
weed you smoked, you still remember that
that
shit,
gets
bro?
back to, us taking care of our image and everything, the
Yeah.
power of a good first impression, you know? So yeah.
You're
But
hilarious.
yeah, but
You're
so
hilarious.
so with when I was on that, after we got frozen yogurt and shit, she was biking back to her place. I was, longboarding. She was like, we'll watch a movie and eat popcorn or some shit. I don't even know, this was like in seventh grade. But when I was trying to do like I did a dope ass power slide up her driveway, and then her dog like ran up and fucking dropped a fucking stick right in front of the front truck of my skateboard. And that's like the front of your skateboard for
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
don't know that. So that stick, like now that I've been skating for a while, I could probably like ride through that. Like
Uh-huh.
because I'm not scared of like pebbles and shit anymore because
Yeah,
I
you
ate
just fucking
shit
kind of hold
on
your
so
balance
many
yourself.
pebbles and sticks and shit that now I'm just like, I ride over them and stuff because I kind of know how to and I know how to fall after falling so many times and I know how
Yeah.
to like, basically not injure myself while still like skating fast and trying to do shit. But her dog dropped that stick right in front of my front truck, and then I did the first front flip of my whole fucking life. And I was like, I landed really weird on like, my left leg. So I had like a spiral fracture here, like right above my growth plate. The tibia and fibula are both clean breaks. And right
Jesus,
after that,
bro.
I was like on the ground and I was grabbing my leg and I set my fucking bones back in place, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. Like, and then I was just laying on the ground for like an hour and a half, and like the neighborhood families came out on this driveway. This was like the shittiest first date ever, and like, and so like the neighbors came out and they were like, I don't think it's broken. They were like, I don't know if it's broken. Like, can you move it? And I was like, no, I can't move
No,
it.
dude.
And it was like it it's what is it? It's like 89, 91 degrees, some shit outside. It was like
Oh,
a
fuck no,
hot,
dude.
Illinois fucking summer, like pre 4th of July slash right after the 4th of July type of day. Because I don't
That's the
remember like
definition.
when this happened.
Lies,
All I
lies
remember
hot
is
as fuck. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it was hot as fuck, and so I like had to take my shirt off. I was like in
We're
fucking
just sitting
seventh
there in
grade,
pain, bro.
and so I was just like self-conscious as fuck with like I was sweating with these, families telling me that my leg's not broken and like, like this like the girl's name was Olivia. Shout out to Olivia. Fucking Olivia's like sister, I think, came out and brought me like snacks and my
Very healthy.
family grew up eating like healthy as fuck. So
Fuck yeah.
having these snacks was like really dope because I don't ever get them, and I needed them in that moment the most,
Dude,
obviously. And
facts.
so yeah, then my dad, who is a like so my dad came through to, make sure that I was okay or whatever. And then there was like a hockey stick in someone in like her garage. And he was just like, "Oh, like, is this like your hockey stick?" And they were just like, "No, like someone like left it here." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And then he just like snapped that hockey stick into like four pieces and, had some tape and put like a splint around my leg. And then like when the paramedics, or whatever, the ambulance got there or some shit, they were like, who the fuck did this? Like this, like it was like really sad. They were like,
Bro.
your legs, like not like it wasn't like the bone was poking out or anything. Like it was set, like I set it, and then an hour or whatever, whenever my dad pulled up, he just put it in a good splint. So all they had to do was roll me over from like my stomach, which was dirty from all the fucking, the gravel or
Yeah.
whatever on this driveway and shit, to
I,
like, get on the bed of the fucking stretcher. And then that was like a shitty that was like a
that was a
summer with
great
a
man.
lot of growth. Summer with a lot of growth for sure.
Yep, there we go. See it. Look at that, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely a great first date to remember for especially as a seventh grader, bro. Definitely a
Yeah.
great first date. That's for
Yeah.
the books, to say the least, dude. For the books.
Yeah, for the books for sure. I didn't really get into skating again after that. I used to just like film clips, but then when I came to ISU, I got way like I was always into skating, but I wasn't down to eat shit. Once I came to ISU, like I was completely down to eat shit because I was having such a shitty time that it was like if, the only way that I knew how to meet people was at the skate park. And um
I was going to do cool
I
tricks
ended
and shit
up
like that,
meeting
bro.
like so, my best friends growing up at the skate park, but my friends different. Like now my friends are different than the people that I would meet at a skate park usually,
Yeah,
because I don't know if people that are at a skate park are really, I mean,
on their
everyone's
shit.
just different,
Yeah, true, true.
So
I mean,
I
they
just
could
ended up
be.
clicking up with.
Yeah, they could be, but majority of the time, I say more often than not, they probably are just used to skating, smoking, and fucking.
Yeah,
That's my
just
stereotype.
chillers, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
just
yeah, they're
straight chillers, bro.
they're just chillers, and they're just, doing their thing and stuff, but like but the because I was down to skate and eat, by actually skating, actually being down to eat shit, I ended up being able to link up with this dude who was he fucked with me because I was already, working on my mindset, shit like that. And, just kind of bringing, positive vibes and wanting to have a good time, wanting to go out. So when when we when he invited me out to go out the first, time, I said yes. And then, me and him just ran it for like a while, and that's like a whole another story, that I'm sure we'll, chop it
We'll
up
get into
about.
that
But,
stuff later on.
shout out to Kibben, because without Kibben, I definitely like I don't know where I would be when it comes to like, me just, working hard on, improving my confidence, feeling good, believing in myself and shit. And, yeah, it would be dope if we could really like impact, some bros out there by, them, doing shit that makes them happy as well, and makes
Yeah,
them
facts, bro.
those, confident, cooler bros. And just, I mean, like just doing literally whatever the fuck you want to do, because, yeah. But
It's
also
possible.
like, um, when it comes to like me and like my image coaching and shit, a big part of it is because I feel like the dating scene is not just like not as fun, but not as safe. So I'm just trying to have like more people basically have, good times, and, um, make shit safer, and, help people have way more fun.
Yeah, facts, bro.
And like I was saying, earlier, like I think, around the beginning of the pod, um, we're only able to do what we're doing right now for a limited period of time. So for us to not work on ourselves, and for us to not just believe in ourselves and do what we want to do is like that's not fun to look back on. I
Yeah,
have thankfully I, took risks, put myself out there, worked on myself so much, transformed myself so much through like, small consistent wins over time and being disciplined. But if I didn't do that, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. We would have never clicked
agree.
up and we would never like I'm just so thankful that, we have like this natural drive to really do this shit because we can really help other people realize that natural drive that they have.
No
You know what I
facts.
mean?
I
And
definitely
help them
think,
embrace that.
yeah, facts. I definitely think that drive is in every single man. It's like a deep down instinctual thing. It's just that every man needs to truly find themselves in like that right mindset that, hey, every day is a day to get better, whether that be financially, fitness wise, fashion wise, whatever it is. Every single day is a day to get 1% better, bro. God and the universe has woken you up today for a reason, dude. You could have been dead today, yesterday, or tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow is never promised. So make sure that you live every day like it's your last, bro. You only have a limited time on this earth, and the scary thing is, bro, me and you don't know when our last day is. So I think that the mindset when it comes to you actually finding what you like to do and you being able to grind on yourself, your looks, your money, your status, whatever it is that you want to do is definitely a great thing to accomplish because it literally changes your whole philosophy and your whole ideology about life, bro. Like literally, that's why me and you click so well, bro. Because literally, me and you were vibrating at the same level on our shit throughout the first day that we met. So that's why I think me and you are good friends, like you said right now, bro. Because literally, if I was on my shit, you probably would have never like you like you said, bro. It probably like one time going out type of thing. Like, all right, this guy went out with us. That's pretty cool. He's just a fucking chill
There
guy. Like,
wouldn't have even have been like a us to go out with.
no
Like,
flats, bro.
I like,
Yeah.
I would have never met Elliot. Elliot would have never met me. Like if the squad wasn't working on themselves, there would be no squad because like we're just so about self-improvement that if we weren't improving ourselves, it's like I couldn't even imagine like a world where that would exist because we're so far from it. But if if you weren't putting the work in and consistently just like doing the shit, and if Elliot didn't, and if I didn't, then we would not be like
like friends or like
like
anything right now. We'd just be just
y-
almost these
yeah,
strangers, bro. Just be like keep
strangers,
on.
and I feel like we'd be a stranger to our potential. You know what I mean? Like
That's a
it's
bigger issue. That yeah, 100%.
mhm,
That's a bigger issue than strangers as a whole, you know?
yeah, most definitely, man. There's some some little Terre de Hermes EDT, Eau de
That big
Toilette
ass
by
cologne bottle,
Hermes.
boy. That shit big as fuck.
Big bottle. And this shit came like up to here. I got it like used from like a trusted cologne source. If y'all are online and if you're buying cologne, there's like a few places that I would recommend like Fragrance, Decant and yeah. So I don't want to say any websites that I'm not completely sure of, but like I
Word.
mean, if you get fragrances just from anywhere, a lot of it, if it's designer fragrance, is fake. It doesn't have that authentic scent. It is not that combination. Isn't what you paid for, and you're not going to get the results from a mid cologne that you get from a designer cologne. You're not going to be being able to spray on that liquid confidence, which don't
Which it is,
overspray it.
bro.
And if yeah, there's like a fine line, when it comes to like how much, of each cologne you should spray or not. And that's something that I've definitely learned and some that I definitely, help my clients, use and shit. But like
It's liquid
if
confidence,
y'all
bro. It's
just
liquid
are,
confidence.
you said what?
It's like you said, bro. It's literally liquid confidence, dude. It makes you. It's
Yeah,
like a little cherry on top, bro. If you look good, your fit's on point, everything's on point. Spray that liquid confidence, bro. It goes from a 9 to a 10, 10 to 11. You know what I'm saying? It's that one point that adds the flavor. The flavor. It's like the little seasoning in the ground beef or little chicken. You know?
yeah. No, it's that's actually something that I want to, talk about more. There's in like the cologne blueprint that I have. I don't mean for this shit to just sound like I'm advertising my shit, but it's I've just put what I
Yeah,
know into this
go
shit,
ahead, bro.
but there's like I don't want to say the wrong thing because it has to do with like literally like brain chemistry and the anatomy of a guy versus a girl and different parts of their brain
Hmm.
that
Like pheromones
like
or some shit like that.
yeah, like women have 43% more of the part of the brain that has olfactory cells or the olfactory part of the brain, which is responsible for like thinking that smells are attractive or not. So
Really? See, that's
yeah,
what I'm talking about. I didn't even know that myself.
yeah, if you there's a reason why overspraying cologne is a bad thing, and if
Nah.
we think that we are around someone where they overspray cologne, imagine like what a girl thinks who has 43 more percent of part of that brain that
Yeah,
literally registers that, so
dude.
like that whole like oh, I just use like Irish Spring or Old Spice or I just like use Dove and have my natural scent. It's like that's what helps separate the people who do these different things because they
Yeah,
aren't just using a body wash and that's it. They're
facts.
taking it a step further and putting that literally y'all saw it was just 1 or 2 seconds and like that it's liquid confidence in a bottle and that's what it is. So the cologne that I just gave y'all, I have like I love it. It's been, really great to me. And um that's enough about that cologne. I can't even get into that cologne. I have so much great times that I've had wearing
Yeah,
that cologne when it comes to like just just doing anything. It's awesome because I feel more like myself when I'm smelling good. I feel
obviously,
more
bro.
like
I'm sure
myself when
everyone
I'm
does.
looking good. I'm if I don't like leave the place when I'm not fresh because I'm not me when I'm not fresh.
Exactly.
It's just like at this point, yeah, I mean, I know that there's a yeah, well, we could literally go on this shit forever, which is why we're going to be having multiple
That's what I'm
episodes and
saying,
shit.
bro.
So
That's what I'm saying. Honestly, it is low key 4:12, and I've worked in like 18 minutes, so you might have.
this was I'm Ivan,
And I'm Patrick.
and this is Men in Motion. If you're trying to get more emotion, hope y'all like this shit.
Yep, we're
Peace.
the boys. Take it easy, fellas.